12 minutes now after 7 o'clock, Iran has made good on its promise to avenge the death of its top general, Qasem Soleimani. It attacked Iraqi bases housing U.S. service members. The retaliation has put national security watchdogs on notice. So today, we brought in Dr. Richard Moeller. He is a professor of political science at Metro State University, specializing in international security. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
So, Dr. Moeller, these retaliation attacks don't come as a surprise. So how should the United States and even other countries prepare for what could come next?
Well, I think, we have the press conference coming up at 9 o'clock. Right now, I think overnight, people felt somewhat relieved this morning, especially when we look at the rhetoric that's been used. The president has tweeted that all is well was kind of the first thing he lets us know. There's kind of a de-escalation in the rhetoric. Iran this morning said that they were in a defensive posture and that they didn't have any desires for a war. And both of those things are very good to hear. It's healthy language. Diplomacy should be in overdrive right now. It's the reason we have diplomacy for these moments. They're extremely important. So cooler heads are hopefully trying to prevail here. There are many kind of historical examples of this, Cuban Missile Crisis and others, where people felt that we're in the brink of something, and we're hoping that it'll be kind of one of these diplomatic pullbacks where both sides realize, if they're rational, which they both seem to be, that this is not worth the effort.
Yeah, I think it's good news too. It's been over 12 hours and nothing has happened yet. So, so along those same lines, you mentioned that the president is going to address the nation actually at 9 o'clock this morning, Denver time. What would you like him to say? What do you think he should say?
That he's working within diplomatic channels to try to come to some kind of resolution over these hostilities. And we don't need a back and forth, tit for tat, who's going to take the more aggressive, defensive, retaliation based on their emotions and things like that. That could be very dangerous. Hopefully, I think the United States is in a position now that they can say, well, we're going to kind of put more sanctions and economic pressure on you, and that's going to hurt you even more than launching missiles or something to that effect. And in some ways, that is true, especially for the regime. Although the people themselves are, there's so many internal battles within Iran over the direction of the country, and the United States is kind of trying to figure out what's at play there, and it's somewhat of a closed-off state, so we don't have a lot of information. Right.
So also today, Congress is expected to get an update on the intelligence behind the airstrike that killed Soleimani. What does it say that Nancy Pelosi is looking to limit the president's war powers through a House resolution? Well,
this is a very consistent pattern of behavior, really since the early days of the kind of the dilemmas of Vietnam. When people saw the body bags and all, people were really concerned with presidents going on their own to, in a sense, declare war, even though they don't have to through Congress. Back, of course, when the Constitution was written, wars took 3 or 4 months just to get going with the ships. And so a lot of things have changed. And so in the past, Democrats and Republicans have both pushed back against the executive of a different party. And this is no different. And it's a healthy part of government.
Dr. Richard Moeller, thanks for the insight. As always, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.